hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I see y'all coming on in. I am so excited, y'all. I didn't forgot to even go live on Instagram. They probably like, okay. But yes, I am so glad that you guys decided to tune in with me once again, and I am so excited to see you all. First and foremost, like always, I thank God for bringing us here just another day and being able to, come together and, share, laugh, love. And it's just amazing. I get excited every other Wednesday. I'm doing my show every other Wednesday now, not every Wednesday. So it just feels good to be here with you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Plus Size Talk with Shannar at Radio Way for You. I need y'all to go to our website, www.radiowayforyou.com. Go ahead and download that or whatever to your phone so y'all can be able to tune in to what we have going on. Y'all Android devices, y'all iPhone devices, iPad, whatever y'all need to do so y'all can stay in tune with what we got going on and what's coming up next and songs and everything. Also, if you guys have a business and you guys would like for moi, Shannar, Plus Size Talk, to be a fan of yours and share your business, advertise at $25 down at the bottom of the page when I go live, where people will be able to always, check in with you guys, all of that. Go ahead and hey, go ahead and contact me and we can go ahead and get y'all banner going on right on down there that y'all see, where everybody can focus in on who you are and what you got going on so we can go ahead and be a part of what you got going on. Also, I need y'all to call in at 310-74827 if you guys have anything that you guys want to ask on today. And y'all want your voice heard, or if you guys, I see you guys over here on Facebook and on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in. And last but not least, I want to shout out my big girls. My plus size girls, my curvy size girls, my BBW, my super size BBWs, my fat women, my big women, all of you big boned women. I love y'all. So shout out to y'all. Also, we have guests today. I'm so excited. This is a nice show. I have my model sisters here with me today, and I couldn't be more excited. Like I'm excited. I really am. We have all modeled together, fashion shows, photo shoots. We done been through the storm. We done been together. Right. So we got Tiffany over here.
What's up, y'all?
Girl, go!
Sit in the house and I know how I am. What it do?
I cannot right now. I cannot.
Shannar wanted to be the only one with a radio voice.
No!
We ain't having that.
Yeah,
what it do?
106.7. You hear me?
They know my voice is raspy. They know it is.
Okay, and we have over here Regina.
Yes, hey y'all. Do I need to get in the mic?
You can hear it. Go ahead, you good.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, I don't need to be creepy on the mic. But hello.
Here we go. We got Kalina.
Hey everybody. Kalina be like the one on the mic on the ones and twos.
All right. I don't know who they think. I am cracking up. They have wowed me today. Y'all done cracked it. This my
voice.
That's like this is something.
Tune in.
Right. Yes. So y'all heard it. They got their radio voices on today. So I'm excited. This is cracking me up. I see y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Benevolent. Shout out to Lindsay. Shout out to Fanta. Shout out to Jeffrey. Shout out to Quenisha. I see Shanice. I see all of y'all on Facebook. And shout out to y'all Instagram. Where y'all at? They'll get on there later. But yeah, shout out to all you guys. We have been promoting this and promoting this and promoting this and promoting this. So, here we are. All of us models, all shapes and sizes, curves, tall, toned up, just different heights, all of that. We are all here to answer your questions. I had stated before when I posted this, any inspiring models, anybody that is considering getting into the modeling business or anything, y'all gonna hear from us, and we ain't backing down. So if y'all got them questions y'all want to ask, or y'all need answers, or just any information, we are ready to give that to y'all, because y'all deserve the truth, and y'all deserve. I want to start singing.
In my radio
baby, I
voice.
deserve.
Go.
But yes, I'm just so excited because oh my God, y'all. We have not
We all goofy.
Yes.
Y'all noticed that.
and so many shows have been canceled, so we have not been able to see each other.
No,
we
I
haven't
missed
been
you
able to
guys.
like
Work
walk
with
with
each
each
other.
other.
Yeah.
Like it's just been like, oh yeah, hi. We see each other on social media, social distancing, like, and we're used to like doing shows back to back. And just, seeing each other. We all know how each other walk. And, we hey.
Queen support
Did
queen.
you? Yes.
Yes.
Come on, say that louder.
I said queen support queen.
Okay. Oh, that was kind of cute.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Like I said, I see you guys are hopping in on there. A lot of you models, everybody. I see you guys. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and get to talking. Bethany Walker, she's another, veteran in the modeling game. I see you. On Instagram, you are in here, and I see you, honey. So, shout out to Bethany Walker. Regina.
Oh, really?
Hi.
We're doing this.
Yes.
Okay.
So we get right into it.
Okay. Well, thanks again, Shanara, for having us. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm actually excited. I'm really excited to be with you guys. So, really, it's all of what Shanara already said. I don't need to say anything else. But this number one question I have for each of you.
Okay.
Okay.
What you doing?
She didn't give us no trial.
No.
This question
No.
right.
Just straight interview. Just straight interview.
Straight off the dome.
A straight interview. So, Miss Tiffany, how did you get started in modeling?
Ooh, I love
Hey.
Go, Tiffany. Now give us that 106.7.
Oh, you want that voice?
Nah.
So, how did I get started? And it's funny because I knew Regina was going to ask this question, right? From somewhere. So, I have three. But one of them has passed away. They're all gentlemen. And they are all in the hair business. So, it was Tony Thompson. What's up, Tony? Sophia, who has passed away. Rest in heaven, Sophia. And Mr. Terry Baptiste. So, my first ever modeling job was for Sophia. He used to do my hair. And he invited me, I think it was a salon on West 38th Street. And he actually invited me, but when I got there, he wasn't there, but Tony Thompson was there. And I had got my hair done from Tony Thompson since I was like age 14. So it was very familiar. I made the worst model mistake. I didn't know no better. I didn't bring heels. And Tony, being Tony, he was a little bit nicer then. He was like, come here, let me tell you something. I know I called you here, but come here. And I was like, huh? He was like, bro, I know you got a hell of a walk, but don't you ever show up for me without no heels. And I was like, gotcha. So that's the secret for me. I always, when I get a modeling job, I like to work out and stuff, but I got to throw them heels on. But those were the first three people who introduced me into modeling. And I think I was started when I was about 14, but I didn't really get serious. Actually, until I started being a hair muse for Terry, and that was around like 2002, 2003. Yeah.
I was in.
And then just introduced me to that world, and here we are. Don't keep on saying that, Shanora. Trying to say that.
What? I was just saying, no.
Know my beautiful
2002.
maturity.
I'm just saying.
Don't know my beautiful maturity. I see. That's what we do, y'all.
So we do have some age on the panel.
And I think that's
We got some
good.
maturity on the
I
panel. Some maturity. They keep talking about maturity.
I think that is very, very good, and they need to see that. Like, it's not, So.
Ain't no age limit in this stuff.
Right.
Never give up on your dreams.
That's a fact.
Major key.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes. So, Kalina, how did you?
Right. Let's see. So starting off, I was in high school. I was always tall, lanky. Not, I don't like that word. I'm slim, thick.
Okay.
Okay. I was, I don't know. I always had like a complex about myself until I got a little older, and there was a show called America's Next Top Model. Everybody knows that. That's when Tyra first started. That's when she first started doing that. So I would like watch America's Next Top Model. Like, oh my God, I really want to do that. I actually went to a casting for America's Next Top Model. I didn't make it, but it's all good. That was in Chicago.
But you went.
I did
That's
go.
the-
I
yeah.
went
Right.
here
Still go.
in Indianapolis. I made it to
That's a
Chicago, and had I made it past Chicago, I would have made it to the show in LA. So after that, I just kind of hit the ground running because I knew it was something that I wanted to do. So I actually have to give my shout out to Mr. Los, which at the time he was the founder of Rock the Mic. Fashion shows that he did, and that was actually the first fashion show or casting call that I went to. And as soon as I went, like I had designers picking me up, like I want her. I had been walking in heels for years, so I already had my walk down. But Mr. Los and Rock the Mic was the first production that gave me my first shot. So shout out to them.
That's what's up. Shanar. Or you want me? I can go.
No, that's okay.
Okay, go, girl.
I'll say for me, what was that, like 5 years ago? My first modeling experience, which at first I didn't even know that, you know what I'm saying, it was models that actually was out there that looked like me. So I just knew like what I was seeing kind of on what started to surface on TV. And I'm like, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So what's crazy is I actually did like my first fashion show at church. Shout out to New Day Pentecostal Apostolic Church. I had did a fashion show there, and it was just like, okay, Shanar, you can do this. So then Ange Blanchard, that's who I got started with. I was her brand ambassador for her boutique, and I started modeling from there and started doing, really just started out in runway modeling, being able, you know what I'm saying, plus I'm being able to walk in heels and just walking.
Serving, honey.
Yeah, so that's really, you know what I'm saying, shout out to her. That's how I started out modeling, and it just went from there.
And just blew up.
That was about
Just
five.
blew up.
Years. So,
Man,
but,
we done better. Okay, listen. The Chanel's on the same.
Regina.
I think for me, it started when I was younger, about 14 too. I was in high school, didn't know what I wanted to do, and everybody was like, well, you need to model. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And what is that? Is that just pictures? And what is that? I don't even know what that is. So, my mom had set up some photo shoot. We were in the house, and I was like, I don't want to take I had that typical 14-year-old, I don't want to do this. I'm hungry. Go get me some food. I was interested in other things. And then she introduced me to Vision Summer Beauty Camp. And I loved it because it wasn't so much about beauty. It was more about the different stuffs to be a lady. How to eat at the table, how to talk, how to present yourself. Who are you? What does your name mean? Who are you, and what does that mean? I think that's what really started it for me. But I'll be honest with you, I did not continue because I still had that attitude of what really is modeling. So in the boot camp, it was a Vision Summer Beauty Camp. And what happened was I made it all the way up until coaching, and I started coaching peers and some of the younger kids that were coming in, and I just felt as if, is this really for me? And so I kind of put it on hold, and I finished high school, went to college. I went and got my first job, and I'm walking down now you talking about walking in heels. Baby, I put on these heels. I was working at one of the government centers here. I can't say too much because I got to, it's confidential.
Right.
But I was working at the government center. I was walking down the hallway, this super long hallway. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. And this dude, not even a dude, I would say gentleman, he said, you should model. I was like, huh? I've heard that before. Maybe I should. And then he was a part of, his name was Terrence Ballard. So through Terrence Ballard, he was a part of L Models, and he was a scout there with L Models. And I met Miss Leslie, and that was my first agency. And y'all listen, from there it just went bananas. I think I've done so many different things with L Models. And then after L Models, I decided to do freelance work. And freelance work, as y'all know, to me, is like the funnest thing ever.
It is.
And we'll talk about that in a minute.
Please.
But the freelance is absolutely, that's where it's at.
Please.
That's where you learn a lot of you get your experience, you learn how to network. Because you realize that you are a business, and we'll talk about that in a second. But so that's how I, and now I'm signed with the Helen Wells, and had other pleasures. So I'm excited. Thank you so much, Terrence, Leslie, and Miss Valor. I appreciate you, and my mama.
Right. Okay. So I guess I have the question. I'll just say, what do y'all think is the first step to becoming a model? Because there's a lot of people. Only reason why I asked that question because there's a lot of people. Let me just say this to you guys. So it's a lot of people out there. I want to model. I just had somebody in my inbox the other day. I want to model so bad, and such and such and such, woo woo woo, or whatever, and they think, oh, it's selfies and duck lips and things like that or whatever. It's not just about, you know what I'm saying, the fashion or, knowing how to draw your eyebrows on right, or just because half of the time they don't want all that makeup stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The makeup part.
So it's just, what do y'all think is the first step to coming into that field?
I think the very first step that you need to have before you do anything is to have the confidence that you can do it. Before you learn the skills, before you learn runway, and before you learn all the other areas of the industry, you must first have confidence to even put yourself out there. You have to have a little bit of thick skin, because just because you do step out there and you think, oh, I got the look, I got it, I got what it takes. But it might be somebody, you may walk into a casting call and they may not be what you're looking for.
Right.
And you have to be okay with that. So my thing, I would say is
that's
confidence.
Good. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Come on.
That's good.
With me now.
That's good.
Okay.
Tiffany, do you want to?
Let Regina go next.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Why I always get thrown under the bus? I mean, blue, just
Let Regina go next.
I would say, what's the question?
First step into
First
step into getting into modeling.
Okay, so I'm sorry, y'all. I have a lot of fun, and I think that that's one of the things to get into modeling is confidence, but you have to have a character. You have to have personality, because I think that it takes a lot of charisma to do the things that we do. I think the first step to get there is confidence. But it's also networking and asking the question. Show up. Show
on
up.
time.
Right.
On time. Yes, on time.
Hey.
On time.
Hey.
Yes, on time.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all this now. It's a lot of people. Y'all go to New York. Y'all go to the Paris Fashion Week. Y'all go to these places. You not walking. You're done. You're done.
Yep.
You're done. Unless you have that, I don't know, that little pool in there, that little leeway or something like that. But 9.5 times out of 10, you late, you done. So I just want to say that.
Yep. And it'll probably be Regina taking your spot. But
okay.
So no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
Miss Gwen, this too dear. She said that's so true.
No, yes, she is.
She said that's just so true.
And she's a designer. She knows.
Yes.
I would say, it's about showing up. It's about asking that question. I think when I've had 4 boys, and so I had a break in, I hate to say service, but I had a break in modeling. And so I had to get back on the scene. And in order to get back on the scene, I had to ask some questions. Shanar, when's the next fashion show? Or and I started doing my own research. So how do you do it? What's the first step? Is to get out there, ask the
And
question.
don't be afraid
show
to
up.
ask.
Show up. Now, do I want you to go up to the casting director and be like, "Can I do this?"
Oh, we
No.
gonna talk about that too.
Yeah. It's just a separation.
Oh, we gonna talk about life.
This is nice.
Talk to your model buddies and see, you know what I'm saying, what's up, and then ask the question. I think it was MTA fashion show, and I think Tiffany was one of them, and I was like, I missed that. It was like March. I was like, I missed it. It was back in February. Why did I miss that? And I like emailed the Instagram, and I was like, well, can I do this now, and is there something else coming? She was like, baby, you just gonna have to catch up. I was like, oh. So that means just make sure you stay on top of it.
Go along with that thick. Oh, I can't wait till I can say something because I got stuff to say. No, for real. With that, go. Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead. Was you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
She done?
Yeah, she done.
Yeah,
She
okay.
done.
Just want to get to me.
Go ahead.
All right, she's done. She's done. So, I would say, again, confidence. But I think you're going to have to build you a community.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to build you a community, a network community of people. Because you're not going to go ask the casting manager. You're going to want to know before you get there.
Yeah.
Or somebody that you
Know
can
your-
ask.
know
Like,
your
Shanor, you
stuff.
going to be there before me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Do
going to be
your
there.
own
Kalina, you going to be there?
Right.
Or whatever. But you got to build you a community, a support community of people who are in the industry. So you got confidence. You got, like, Regina already said, you want to know who you are and know that this is what you want to do. But then you're going to have to have a network of people that's in the industry. And it don't have to be all fashion models. Like I said, the people
sure
that got me
don't.
started was 3 male hair designers. So you have to get in where you fit in. So you're going to have to observe. And y'all know me, I'm always watching. Right? So you got to observe. And then you got to figure out your community, what it is you're doing. And then you got to get with that community. And the thing about building communities, you can't be scared. I'm sort of like a perfectionist, so I want to act like I already got all this stuff done, and you don't got to ask nobody. But here lately, I'm asking all the questions. So I'm in
And ain't nothing
everybody's
wrong with
face
that.
because I got a different level I got to go to.
Right.
But
You preaching?
Okay.
Wow.
Preach.
build you a community and don't be scared to make the mistakes with your community. And it's everybody gonna feel like I skate, you gonna fall. That's part of learning how to skate and not falling again.
I know that's right.
Okay. She was deep. Okay.
Okay.
Make you say,
They just try to gas me up. They gas me.
Ooh. So to answer my own question, I feel like the first step, Kalina hit on it, is confidence. You gotta change your mindset. Whatever you thought before getting into this field, throw all of that away. You know what I'm saying? Change your mindset. You do not know it all in this. You're not gonna never know anything.
You learn as you go.
You learn as you go. You perfect your craft.
Right.
If this is what you really do, all y'all that inbox me and stuff like that say I want to do this, you got to get in it to do it. You perfect your craft. You know, that means going to model workshops, things like that. That touches on confidence, your ability to let's say this, because we all see it. I'm the biggest one here on this table, on this, right here, sitting here. Had I had lack of confidence, being coming and being on the runway with Tiffany, Regina, Kalina, I would have never made it this far as where I'm at today. You have to know who you are, and you have to stand on who you are and your purpose. Yeah. And if modeling is that of what you want to do, know who you are. All of us, we all have seen each other walk several times. So we
copy sometimes too.
See, and we know like
don't work
we
out
don't
well,
even have
but
to like look at their face.
Yeah.
We just their walk, we know, but that's because we have perfected our own craft and we know ourselves.
Yeah.
And just because I've came in contact with, I'm like, I got a, model with Tiffany, or I got a model with Regina or Kalina, that doesn't mean that I throw myself away. I'm still going to be myself and be confident in who I am. And yes, I got hips, but you going to see these hips and these thighs going down this runway, however lengthy the runway is or whatever, your confidence, all of that other stuff will come later. But if your mind, this and in here is not together, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna be we got Eric Vaughn, one of the best model coaches. He ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. Because your lack of your lack of knowledge and not wanting to know more, nobody will be able to get through to you.
Right.
We got Kalina that teaches the model babies, the young ones, and they're learning firsthand, which is good. So they'll be able to be able to be teachable. Be teachable.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Speak on it.
So
Shanora.
it's okay. You don't know everything, and the thick skin part. I got to. I'm so glad that Kalina said that. For real, because
if you don't, you're not gonna make it through.
shoot, you gonna be in the corner crying. You gonna be feeling like I can't do this show because they're telling me that or something. A bad attitude gets you nowhere. Suck it up, because if somebody is telling you something like Didi, Vaughn, any of the other head, you know what I'm saying, that's been in the game for so long, they know what they're talking about.
Right.
Because they're preparing you, because here we are in little old Indianapolis. But here you are, we've all been to New York, Tiffany, we've been to Africa. Kalina just came back from LA. We've been all been elsewhere, and in those areas, they're not playing with us. They don't care what you think you know.
Not at all.
And you gotta have tough skin. You gotta know who you are, but you have to also be teachable. You have to be able to receive in this game. This is a tough game.
I would say the number one thing. I think the number one thing on why you do get rejected is not so much, and this is something that a lot of people need to understand, is that it's not always you. It's not always something personal about you.
Right.
And so it may be the fact that that's just not what they were looking for right then.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted, instead of 6 foot tall, they wanted a 5-foot girl, or maybe they didn't want Miss Curves. Maybe they wanted plus size.
Yes.
Maybe they wanted petite. So at the end of the day, it's not always about you. So that's why you have to have that thick skin and understand that, hey, it's not always about me. Maybe there's something I need to learn from this. Maybe it was, yes, your walk was jacked up.
Can I say,
you need to come to one of
when you saying this,
training?
let the nose push you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let the nose be your motivation, especially in this field.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna want you just because you might have a pretty face or your eyes may be green, or you might have long flowy hair. And no,
rejection is a thought.
rejection
It is.
like
and
no.
it's more than likely the rejection is really never about us. It's more about an idea. Like, say, for instance, if I say, Shanora, you want to go to the park? And Shanora says no. And I can speak on this because I used to take rejection really, 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 really hard. Like, very personal. Like, everything is no, they don't want to be with me. They don't want to go outside with me. They don't want to play with me. And it's not that Shanora is not saying that she don't want to go with me. She just said no, she don't want to go to the park. And we have to learn to look at rejection as not personal, because again, in every field you're gonna have to hear no. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to learn how to hear no. And again, a lot of times we talk to take the rejection on or feel like they're being personal, but it's really more of the idea that they're rejecting. Like Regina said, they didn't need Slim Tiffany. They needed curvy Shanora. You know what I'm saying? BBW. They didn't need the short model today. They needed the tall one. That's an idea.
Right. Yeah.
That's an image that they were looking for that really has nothing to do with me personally.
That took me so long to.
This is really good.
That took me a while to understand that rejection is nothing personal. Once you can wrap your thought around that, the world will be putty in your hands, like you know. So.
I think during your rejection, one thing that you can do, because I was teaching this in one of the boot camps, is make sure you go back and start training yourself. That's your time to get yourself ready. That's time to go home, kind of like in this quarantine process. I think a lot of y'all got real innovative during this time. So that's the same thing you got to do when it comes to rejection. You go home, you practice. You sign up for Build a Model, sign up for the 360 Model Boot Camp. You even sign up with Tiffany and start working out. Maybe that's something.
Some areas you want to give,
Exactly. Maybe you need to find a makeup artist to fix your makeup. Maybe you. So there's so much to do during that rejection period, and I had put this in this article in this magazine, y'all. It's about promoting yourself and building yourself up.
Yes,
that's what you do.
Yes. Okay. We taking a couple minutes or 1 minute. Couple minutes break. Y'all stay on here because we got more stuff to say. All y'all that want to be models and stuff, we got a lot of more information to say and tell. You know what I'm saying? We got this. This is coming from here.
Yes,
This is coming from experience. So y'all, we gonna take this 2 minute break. Y'all stay on here, and we'll be right back. Okay, y'all ready? We're ready. Hey, you guys, we are back live. Thank you for holding tight. Hold tight. What y'all know about that? And okay. I love old school. But yeah, so we are back live and we ready to, you know what I'm saying, ask more questions, answer more questions, or just give y'all advice. We got so much that we are talking about. And this is very interesting. I'm writing things down, even for myself. So,
have you guys had questions?
I think we had
excited.
But before we get to the question,
yeah, go ahead. What you want
Pass
to
that
say?
back down here.
can I Can
Get
I?
that out your way so you can.
No, I want
okay,
this
you
'cause
need
this
to-
is good.
You should have it.
Keeping it.
Yes.
Well,
What
dang,
is this?
can I
What is
have
this,
one?
Tiffany?
It's called Massaro Jamaican tea. We'll give you a
It
whole
got
line
something
about
in
it.
it.
Do we got some stuff for you?
They got
We're
something. in it.
sponsored by.
I like that.
Okay.
What you was about to say?
We're sponsored by
Massaro Jamaican
Massaro
tea.
Jamaican tea.
Yes.
That's our sponsor for tonight.
Yes.
It's good.
We have some.
I'm glad
questions,
you
ladies.
like.
We got some
Ooh,
okay,
our
breathe
questions.
questions.
All natural.
Shout out to Miss Beverly Baskin. She's
Beverly
Baskin.
That's Miss Baskin. Hi, Mama.
She asked, "What is the most unusual modeling job you have had?" I have one. I can start it off.
Go ahead. No, 'cause I'm thinking-
Oh, I got to think.
Me too.
I had a designer, Vivian Jackson. She does the gowns.
Bomb
Yes,
gowns.
bomb. Shout out to
Yeah.
Vivian Jackson. I would
Yes.
really love her to do my wedding dress.
Okay,
She's getting married, y'all. She's getting married.
on the way.
Wait, so
Right.
one
It's on
day,
the way.
one day. But she's so bomb, y'all.
Yeah, she is.
She is very talented. I actually had a photo shoot. This was in like below degrees weather in one of her gowns. In freezing water. And when I tell you my little lip was quivering, I had about a few minutes to get in the water and do what I needed to do before like the weather was started to kind of take
Change.
affect my body. Right.
Going to
So
hypothermia.
exactly. I'll be done died trying to get a shot. But
Right.
so that's
Better be
probably the
bomb.
most unusual I've had. Like all modeling jobs are not always gonna be cute
Right.
and dainty
Right.
and comfortable. I was cold. I was in a creek. It wasn't a creek. It was a lake in back of her house. So it wasn't the cleanest, but I got it done, and the shoots came out beautiful.
All right.
But you're not always going to be in a studio behind a camera, and it's just clean and cozy. Sometimes you're going to have to step out your element. So that was one of my most unusual modeling jobs. Outside in the cold, honey.
I stepped in oh gosh. So I stepped in the Eagle Creek, which is like disgusting. But right off the bank. And I took it down off of Instagram, but it was like it was bomb. It was a collab with different people in the swimsuit, and it was like a swan thing. And then another one was in front of an apartment complex. You know, some apartment complex got like this huge like waterfall thing, and it's like seclusive, so you're really not supposed to jump over to get into it. Well, Regina did. The pictures came out nice though. I mean, but yeah, I was like real nervous that I was gonna get stopped by the cops, but that's neither here nor there. It was fun though.
I don't know if this is. It could be. I guess it wasn't embarrassing because I was like, you know what, whatever. But when I was in New York, I did a photo shoot, and it was a nude shoot, and I had glitter all over me, and had to ride the subway back home with glitter all over me. Really? On my face, everywhere. People was looking like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with her? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, think, cause I'm like, you know what, y'all don't even know what I got going on. Okay. So what, I got glitter on me on the subway. Mind your business. Like, yeah. But like, that was, I guess, yeah. That could be like an awkward, like, okay. Yeah.
So I always have these awkward shoots with this photographer, Monroe Bush. Monroe Bush is awesome. I'm sorry, Monroe, because I left you out. Because for real, when I really took off, Monroe was at the back end of that. And he was always, we went to church together. That's how we met. And he really invested in me and would be like, come on, Tiffany, I want to do a photo shoot with you. So we got this series that we call Black, and we're going to actually do another one to be Black 3. But so Black is, I'm all Vaselined up, and so he takes it in a frame. We did it 2 different ways. The first time was just a regular frame, and then he photoshopped it to make it look like I was just black. You know, and then the next time he shot it in a black and white frame. But the awkwardness about it is it's nude shot. very respectable man. Like, some people you can do nude shots with and you be like, they are the creep or the creep, but I'm never coming back. Monroe, no offense, because he is married, but he's the type of person that would be like, oh, we can do this again, right? Because it's just pure comfort. There's no type of awkwardness. Now, I always take somebody else with me because that's just the protocol with things like that. But I could do it without him and would not without somebody and would feel perfectly safe, no type of nothing. But the awkwardness is I'm Vaselined all up, right? And then he wants me to lay down on cold floors, twist my body up, and people think this is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Glamorous.
But
They see you do it. They see your pictures.
ending
and they
shot
like,
is
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
But some of these poses we got to do 15 to 20 times to get it right.
again.
You got to stay in the pose for longer than y'all probably ever could even imagine. Because for most of us, 3 minutes is a long time, but sometimes we in those poses. No, stay right there. So,
I gotta change my lens.
right. I'm all oiled up, all greased up from head to toe, but he want me to stand on my tippy toes and do this pose without slipping and do this. But we got some type of magic that, you know,
Those pictures were beautiful too, Tiffany.
it just works out good. It's very awkward, but when y'all see it, it looks like for real, like black art. Like it don't even look like a picture. It almost look like a painting. But they're very awkward to do, though. Thank you. They're very.
I got another question. If y'all ain't got it.
What's your question?
But cause y'all, hey, I just be thinking so. And this is really, you know what I'm saying, for those that are watching and just even, you know what I'm saying, they see us or whatever, and they see the variety or whatever. But what do you identify yourself as? What category in the modeling game? You know, and what do you call it? Where do you put yourself? The way that you look, the way that your body is, your height. Where do you feel like that you are categorized at in the modeling field?
So your question is like, are you a runway model? Are you a fitness model? Or are you?
Yeah, all of
Is
that.
that what you're asking?
All of that. Yeah.
Well, my venture started off more of runway, but I have done print. I've done some magazines, but here lately, I categorize myself as a fitness model.
Right.
'Cause
Okay.
That's what I work on most. That's where.
And that
Life
is a
is
such
me.
thing.
Yes,
Just letting
that's a
y'all
such
know.
thing.
As a fitness model?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
for
such
sure.
thing.
I'm saying that because people don't know
Man.
where they are.
Yeah, you got to know.
But-
You got to know
and
where you
it's
are.
it's a variety.
Right.
So it's just
It's
like
a lot of them.
So.
Yeah, you got fitness. You got
Shanard already told y'all kind of my maturity or try to lead on to it a little bit. So with that, you know, you got to just know your place and you got to know where you are in life.
Come on, know your
That ain't gonna never be over for me. That ain't nothing I ever believe in. It ain't gonna never be over for me. Like for real, y'all, I'm gonna be like in Essence and stuff, like 90 years old,
Yes,
and they're gonna be
yes,
like,
yes.
she really 90, but we think she's
Can I
65.
say this? To be honest,
Watch what I'm saying.
the elderly
Watch
models
it.
in commercials and stuff like
Got
that,
big.
they are the highest paid
Really?
models in the industry.
There we go.
If you do your research, if you you know what I'm saying, do your work and stuff like that, they are the ones that be talking about Life Alert, doing models. They getting paid. Yo, I'm telling you, I almost had an old wig made and went and auditioned to our Life Alert. They getting paid.
Yeah, they are.
Right? So you know what I'm saying. That it don't stop unless you stop it.
That's true.
Don't stop.
That's true.
Colleen, how do you
Oh, you know what? I kind of prided myself.
say
on-
your height?
I am 5'11", baby.
Mm-hmm.
Without heels.
Without heels.
Without heels. Without heels.
rarely
Legs
happens.
for
Days.
Baby.
Show.
I prided myself on being a runway model until I opened my mind up that it's so much more. So I don't really say I fit into a box. I'm a freelance model. So within that, I control you know what I mean, the avenue of where I want my career to go. I've done print, I've done runway, New York, LA, Chicago, and I've also been an instructor as well, a modeling instructor with a modeling school. So I can't really say I fit into a box. I have more experience as a runway model, but I've been working on a lot of content, photo shoots, and things like that for print. So, yeah, I don't want to box myself in. I just does this. I do.
Okay. So what size are you?
Oh, baby, in my mind, I'm thicker than
We
you.
is slim.
What? Come on.
What is
In
wrong with
my
them, Kalina?
mind.
What? No.
It's wrong with them. They
You
see
got.
us.
I'm trying to
In
give
my
the.
mind.
I'm
They
trying to
see us,
give
that's
the
what I'm
education, terminology for the people that are
Slim
looking.
thick.
It's
That's
the-
a whole category.
Well, tell them what size we are so they can just be green with envy.
Realistically, I am 36. No, it's
24.
She done gave her
Baby.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait. Let me.
Don't
I'm
look
lying.
She's
I'm lying.
36, 24, 36.
Exactly.
It's 30.
It's 32.
I'm 32, 28, 36. So technically, I'm a small.
Are you a size 0?
I am not.
Are you size
I
0?
am.
You a size 0?
I am a 0.
You
I'm
a
not a
0?
zero.
And my
Are
waist
you a
is
size 1 or
24.
2?
I've always been like a 3-4.
So
That's
what?
a
Okay,
petite
so
model, right?
what? That's what I'm saying. Is that a
my
petite?
waist is 24.
A
I
petite
thought y'all was
is
fast.
a petite is. More
I don't think that's a
height.
petite model.
I don't think I'm petite. No, petite is shorter
Yeah.
frame. and
So
small
it's
frame.
just small.
It's just
It's just a small.
but
But I guess the mainstream.
With the height
Right.
and the size.
You need the
Okay.
perfect
She's
runway.
yeah.
Right.
Perfect size for
Right,
the runway.
right.
Height, length, tall, weight, everything.
Right.
Yep.
Perfect
So
runway.
at that, when I first started modeling, I knew I had those traits. I'm tall. I'm slim. I'm chocolate. I'm like, I fit right into this category. So I've always been a runway model up until I learned that there's so much other
so many
opportunities.
more.
Right, so many more opportunities. But yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could say I'm a runway model, but if you want to box me in, but don't do that.
Yeah. Don't box yourself into nothing.
Right.
Virginia?
I would say I'm a curvy model. And actually,
Curves
curvy
she
could
has.
actually be in petite. I think you're a curvy model too with them curves, baby, curves.
Yes.
But I'm
Bands.
a curvy model. I'm not. I'm like a small plus size because I actually fit 8 to 10 in pants and bottoms. But for so long, I was very uncomfortable with the fact that I didn't fit in a 0, 3, 4, or 0, or not even plus size. And I was like, well, where the heck do I fit
You're
in?
that
at?
in between
So-
where they don't know it's a tug of war.
Yeah, and,
You know
so,
what I'm
and so
saying?
a lot of times when I went to some castings, they would love the walk, but then the clothes wouldn't fit. So I had to figure out what I need to do and partner with the network, build up a community, and met some awesome ladies that actually do clothes for me, and it works well. And actually, you know what? I eventually went to New York Fashion Week and loved it there because I was scared at first. So with that said, what type of model are you? Curvy. I'm only 5'8". I'm 5'8", and not only I am 5'8", and I'm proud to be 5'8". Hey, that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, so let's be clear. Plus size curve, whatever you want to call it, starts at a size 8.
Yes,
For
yes.
you
Let's be
guys
clear.
that
In
did
the modeling
not
industry.
know. So I'm gonna, because I'm gonna, you know, I don't care about laughing and joking, but I want to be clear with those that's really trying to, you know what I'm saying. This is things that you guys need to know. You know what I'm saying, for those that are watching. It starts at a size 8. You get to that size, you are considered plus size. Period, point blank. Whether you
And that's
up and down or whatever, you are plus size. So for me, I am short, you guys. For all of you guys that think I'm tall, no, I'm not tall at all. I am 5'6". I'm gonna go ahead and push it to 5'6" because I'm really 5'5". No, I'm 5'6". I am 5'6", but thank God for Body Illusions. Because of how my body is built, I give off the illusion that I am taller than what I am. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I'm still plus size. I'm a plus size model, full figure model, however you want to. They got the new term BBW. Curvy. I am curvy. So I definitely started out as the runway. I love the runway. I love walking. My heels, I love the runway. I do. Now, print, I try very hard. I feel like I still
baby.
struggle with that. No, I've
been bomb.
Kalita, thank you, but I honestly feel like that I have so much work to do when it comes to print. And I say that because of me being bigger and learning how to position my neck, learning how to not show, you know what I'm saying, or learning how to, you know what I'm saying, hey, tuck this in and you give dimension and you know what I'm saying, this or whatever.
Terms.
So, yeah, I told you I was going to do
I know that's right.
Nah. I have a hard, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm still learning, but I'm not going to give up. I watch them and they put that, I be like, dang, I be studying, I be looking at their pictures, I be studying, like, okay, they did this, like this, and then they did this body like this, and I be trying, I know my body probably won't bend as much, but, I would try a little bit, you know, but,
I'm looking at it.
but, yeah, so, definitely that, and also, maybe later in life, I would love to get into the commercial acting side of the business of modeling, just because I do radio personnel and you know that broadcasting public figure aspect. So I that was really one of my things I wanted to do if I had stayed in New York. I hear you, Peter. Oh, sorry. I had wanted to start like auditioning for different plays and different like shows and just going like or whatever, and shoot, I don't know, I know I can sing, I know I'm goofy, but you know, hey, who knows, you know, anything could happen or whatever. I'm trying to try my hand at the talents to get the where I know I could, you know what I'm saying. So like Tiffany said, which is a good thing, knowing your role, knowing your position. It is a position for everyone. I'm telling you, you may not be that print model. You may not be that runway model. Those that feel like they can't walk in heels or anything like that, you might be a commercial model doing the commercials. Hi, I have, what is this called?
Massaro Jamaican tea.
I have, what is it called again?
Massaro Jamaican tea.
See, I would probably take 10 takes. What's it called again?
It's called Massaro Jamaican tea.
I have Massaro Jamaican tea.
See, she got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do that.
Same.
We might need
You're a model there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, it's so many roles. You know what I'm saying? Don't get so fixated on, oh, you see Regina, she just took this bomb picture, or you just seen her did a show in New York Fashion Week, or you seen Kalina, she just came back from LA and she just walked down that lengthy runway. And I can do that, and you may not can do that. You know what I'm saying?
You
so
probably can't.
Dang. Tiffany said you probably can't. See, they cutthroat, and that's but that's good.
You
That's
can't
good
do
for y'all.
what nobody else can do. That's
a
what
fact.
I'm trying to get to.
That's a fact.
I look at Kalina every time we walk together, Regina, because I want to be curvy in the next life. So I look at them and I be thinking, I'm going to do that walk next time. And every time I do, I'll be like, get back. No, let me tell you the truth. Every time I do, Miss Dee say, can you get back to your real life? Be like, oh, go on, Dolores.
Well, because Miss Didi will tell you, boy.
Straight up. See, that's my mentor.
When Miss Didi say something, you feel like you in trouble.
And you feel like you're in trouble, but you get it straight.
Yo,
and she just say,
like,
that is not even your wall. Oh, okay.
Don't do it again. Where's your lipstick?
Where's your
at?
lipstick?
Is that you wanted?
Okay.
What's wrong with you today? That's what the Lord said. And then you get it together.
Man.
But
Oh
you,
my God.
you can't do what nobody else can do, so you probably won't be able to perfect their walk. Just perfect your own.
What I'm saying is that there is room in all different areas. It's
Yes,
so
it is.
many. It's so.
Can we go through the different types of
We
model?
can, we can. We got fit
you
model.
You got fit.
We got curvy
you got curvy
plus.
plus. And when we say curvy, that also means plus size. Petite curvy too, because a lot of them are swimsuit models.
Yep.
That got those curves.
Yep.
Okay, so don't get it twisted. You fit in some category. Just find
That's
what
able to
it
wear
is
them
that
bikini.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So then you got the fitness. We said fitness. We said curvy. We said plus.
commercial.
We got commercial. We got part models. Okay, people be forgetting about these part
They
models.
do. Yeah.
They got lips parts.
They got
They got
hands, feet. Some of y'all
Hands,
got cute
arms,
feet.
legs, you
And
see the
hands.
legs. They got
Nose
everything.
models,
Everything. Everything.
eye models, cheeks.
They
It's
got
a
all
lot
that.
of
And
stuff.
people getting paid for this
here.
stuff.
Yes, they are.
This is not.
Yes, they
this
are.
is not. We're not just throwing this stuff out saying, "Oh, you can do. You probably can't do this, but you can do this." And don't think that. Well, ain't no money in that. Yo, y'all better start. Y'all gotta earn it. Yo,
Be COVID-19 innovative.
start.
Okay,
Start-
get innovative.
No, the thing is if people want to do stuff or whatever. Start researching your craft. Look up what you say that you want to do. If this is really what you, because I'm about to tell you, I'm about to block all y'all. Y'all keep inboxing me
Uh-oh.
because I reach out to
Are y'all on the block list?
I do because it gets tiresome because first, let me can I say that? I'm gonna say this.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Well, what is it?
I want to say this to you guys that I know that I am not the only one when we go out and I go out and people come to you and say, "Hey, you are Shannara, you're that model," or you know what I'm saying, such. I know y'all get that too, and I don't like when people say, "Oh, you celebrity." I don't like that because I'm not. You're like, so I say that to say we still have lives. Regina got 4 kids. Is it 4? Right?
Four boys,
kids.
girl.
4 kids.
4. All
Kalina
under
got a
12.
son.
Yes.
Right. And
Tiffany got kids and grandkids. But you,
Turn this on my face. she can't go talk about my maturity.
I'm just saying,
I
you
do.
got,
I do.
you know what I'm saying?
I got 2 beautiful
I have-
kids and a beautiful granddaughter.
I have
Yes, I do.
a man and I got my niece and family. We still have lives. We still work. Regina's in the army. We still work. Quit inboxing and saying I want to do something and ain't doing it. Because
Ain't never
we
show
do
up.
it and don't show up and don't do nothing.
I ain't never seen you at one of the shows. though.
We are still modeling and still active, but we are still juggling and handling our everyday life as well.
Right.
So it can be done. Don't get so easily discouraged. Like, what?
Anything you want in life is going to take some hard work and
And we
determination.
can
Yeah.
talk for hours.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have a question. Can I read this question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Kalisha. She is.
Shout out to you,
Kalisha.
Kalisha.
She's
Hey,
a
Kalisha.
She said she's only 5 foot and she's gonna make it happen. So yes, baby, you can make your
Yeah.
thing.
Make it happen.
Mama Baskin gets on here and she says, "How do you best represent a brand? How do you transfer your attitude into sales for a customer?"
Ooh,
That's a good question. When speaking of branding,
Y'all want me to go first?
Please
Go ahead.
Come on, speak on it.
I don't
Shannara.
understand the question.
Oh, stop. so I'll ask.
Let's just
Go
do
ahead.
it.
Go do the question.
How do you best represent a brand?
Jesus. How do you best represent a brand? I think for me, representing a brand means you have to embody the brand. You have
Yep.
to know that you like this
You're
brand.
the yes man.
Yes. So you need to be like, this is the bomb and all of y'all should be drinking. What am I drinking? You want to ask?
Massaro
It is
Jamaican tea.
Massaro Jamaican. That's what it is.
That wasn't even mine.
She got corona. I do not have corona. She
I do, but I'm like,
They missed. They just missed.
this is what having fun is.
But
I'm having
y'all,
fun.
yes, branding is it's
Very important.
it's important. It's dope, but you have to. I keep saying research to y'all. Research who y'all brand. If somebody reach out to, I just had somebody reach out to me from Texas, wanting me to brand their wigs. No one dang on well, Shanara like to be bald headed, but I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But I did research. You know what I'm saying? And we are in conversation. We are talking, or you know what I'm saying. But yes, when you branding for somebody, when you're a brand ambassador and doing things like that, you are their yes man. As long as it's not violating what you won't go get, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Other than that, they ask you to wear a green sock and a pink sock.
You wear it with
with confidence, and you do it to the best of your abilities, because you are when we are modeling on the runway for Alpha Blackburn, Lynx by Gwen, who else we got? Sunny, Nikki Blaine, all of these people, we are branding their things to sell their. So best believe when we put this stuff on, we have became the garment, and we are yes, you know what I'm saying. So that's I don't know.
I mean, somebody wasted their time and energy to build a product, whether it's clothes, a drink, some body butter. You know what I'm saying? Some makeup, something. You're gonna use it with respect, right? You're not gonna just throw it on the floor if it's closed, right? You're not just gonna break the bottle and say, sorry. No, you're going to take care of the stuff that you've been given, because somebody else put their time and energy and money into it, and you need to respect that. It's a job. Somebody said on here it's a job. It's like a job. You're a brand ambassador working your butt off to basically not only that, but treat it as if you're going to get another job. Right. Because there's other clients looking at how you're going to treat that product and say, well, am I going to work with her again? Because she just acted kind of raunchy on that last one. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So you got to always remember that when you are doing work for somebody, you're the model, but it's not about you. Like, you don't get to say, and believe me, sometimes I want to, but you don't get to say, I don't want my makeup like this, or I don't want to wear that. I want to wear this, or you know what I've seen a lot of models do.
Go
is
wash the makeup off.
Mr. Vaughn or Miss Didi will tell them to wear these shoes, and before it's over, while they go on the runway, they put on another pair of shoes and think you ain't gonna get caught. Those are the kind of things that's going to get you fired on your day off. You're not going to get another job
if
because they talk.
If they ask you to do one thing, just do it.
It's not about you. It's about you branding their product.
God. That go along with which on character, attitude. I didn't have y'all know in my field, you know what I'm saying, I recruit people just off the street, plus size, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with regular, you know what I'm saying, that don't know nothing about the game and stuff like that, but it's people that I will never use again off of the strength of their attitude and them being combative in what I'm asking them of. This is my brand, and this is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get that.
Right. The attitude that come along with. Someone on here said that you also need to research the brand too.
Yes.
Like know what you're getting into and what their brand already sells, their excellence and how they set things up, and try to do that. Yeah.
In addition to what all of my sisters have said, in addition to that, we are all brands ourselves. All of us have our own entities that we're working on. So anytime you step outside, you are a brand.
Right.
You are representing a brand.
Yes.
So always keep that in mind. Even if you're going to the store, sometimes you might be tempted just to throw that wrap around your head and
do not
and go about your business.
Because people, you don't never know
the head wrap.
You don't know who watching you. Oh my God, y'all have been times I didn't want to put on some jogger pants. I'm like, man, I can't.
But you know what? Wear your jogging pants
to go to the days on Kroger's up the street.
Wear your jogging pants. Just make sure they're not holy unless they're supposed to be. But I still wear my jogging pants. I still wear my yoga outfit. It may not be as sexy as Tiffany's. But I still, look at this. You just have to see this.
If I get an outfit like that, y'all,
they said red.
That'll be my slip-on outfit.
I'm talking about why it's red too.
Dude.
But go
they said red.
But oh, in addition to that, one more thing. In addition to your brand, don't be afraid to rebrand yourself.
Reinvent.
Just because I started off as a runway model, I'm now
Oh, we can talk.
evolve.
We can't talk about how we've evolved and what.
Yeah,
Yes, I
I
want
like
to talk
that.
about
Let's
that.
do that. Let's do that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry.
But
Lena was starting.
no, just in addition to that, just don't be afraid to rebrand yourself. If you've done runway all of your modeling career and you want to you have a great personality, you're good at public speaking. Don't be afraid to go to that casting call for a commercial or. Just step out, think outside of the box. Don't allow the industry to put you into a box where I'm just this model, I'm just a runway model. That was kind of like my thing early on. Now that I've matured and I've just grown as an individual, I'm comfortable with lots of other things.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you evolved in doing, Kalina?
Well, I am. I'm an art teacher. I've always had a passion and a love for art. So I've turned that passion, and now I am a teacher. So never be too far. I incorporate fashion in my art class.
And talk
I
about
incorporate
your coaching your babies.
coaching. I'm actually
Your
going to be
model
launching that. I'll be launching Build a Model in the school. I don't want to say too much about it. I want to, make sure I have those things in place, but those are things that I'm working on. Should I say it?
Say it.
Say it.
Okay. In addition to my creativeness and just wanting to articulate my artistic expression, I have decided to launch a OnlyFans page, which is there is a stigma on OnlyFans. If you know about OnlyFans, it's
She's changing the stigma. That's what.
I'm changing the
And
stigma.
that's good.
But I mean, if Tiffany wants to do yoga, she can charge people to subscribe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If Regina wants to do her coaching, she can use that as a platform. So there is a stigma that OnlyFans is for adult content. I am like against the grain on that, and I'm just really wanting to make it my own. So I have so many photo shoots of content that I have where I've done like body paints and just like all kind of artistic things where I want to incorporate my version. This is me. This is like my paintbrush on a canvas. Like I am the canvas. So I've changed my name, if anybody has noticed that, to Kalina Be the Model. Now I am Kalina Be the Muse, solely because I want to just articulate, even to young people, just being creative in your own creative self. So there you have it. Boom.
Okay.
She definitely dropped a boom
So y'all make sure y'all
It's right.
follow her
Yes.
on the fans.
On OnlyFans, it'll be
OnlyFans.
the link is actually on my Instagram right now, but
Shout out
it's
your
not active.
Instagram. What's your
Kalina Be the Muse. So if you're watching this, I'm sure somewhere there should be a link with my name on it. I'm tagged in it. Check me out, support me, and also support other like-minded individuals that are being innovative during this pandemic.
That's dope.
Okay.
Kalina.
Okay.
That's dope.
So
Tiffany, what have you evolved into when it comes to modeling? What has it led you to?
And as you listen to these stories of how we evolved, think of using these different types of evolutions to help yourself evolve. Because I think that a lot of times people get stuck in their way, and I know I'm gonna give it back to Tiffany, but it's about advancing. We talk about advancing your career, and these are ways to do that. So I'm sorry.
Okay. So I am a educator by nature. Even like 3rd and 4th grade, I used to make my friends, let's go on the porch and we about to play school, and of course I'm gonna be the teacher. So yeah, so I like to say that I'm a model, but not in the sense of a model. You feel like a model at all times. At all times. Like I got a garden at home, and I got some new neighbors, and they are Hispanic background. So we don't speak the same language or whatever, but we do speak the same language. Boom, you need this. Y'all got a trash can. Y'all got, and we figure it out, or we translate or whatever. But long story short, I got a garden. So I kept seeing a little girl ride past the garden every day. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, she actually stopped and put her foot on a mound, because the way it is, it's like ridges, it's mounds or whatever. And I was like, please don't step on my garden. Now, I had no idea what she was doing it for, right? So I went home today, and I'm going to get ready for this, and I'm looking out my bathroom window. I'm very nosy. I'm the old lady in the neighborhood. Be like, what they doing? So I'm like, she out there making a garden. So this little girl, she ain't no more than about 10 years old. She is out there building her own mounds. You know, her mom's helping her, but she doing most of the work, right? So I'm like, you making a garden? And she like, because they can't see me, I'm in the window, but they hear me, they like, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come down or whatever. We don't speak the same language. Neither one of them speak English, but I get my message across to them.
Right.
So I'm like, you need some seeds? And they like, I'm like, the stuff you gonna put in the ground, because you got that from my garden, right? And she was like, like, she didn't take my stuff. She took the idea though of a model, because she don't got no seeds, but she's building her mounds and she preparing her soil or whatever. Right? She getting prepared. I'm gonna get some seeds from somewhere, I don't know where, right? But I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna fix my ground so I'm ready, right? Now I got seeds and everything in the house, right? So I've been watching her, but I don't know what she's doing. So I'm like, oh, so I'm thinking she the one stepping on my garden. She really was, she don't speak my language. She was inspired, like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to figure out how to do it. And when she stepped on the mound, she needed to know, like, is this part of the ground too? Because it is different from, you know what I'm saying? So she, after she stepped on it, it kind of gave her the language that she needed. Like, oh, okay, so this one is more dirt, then you dig a ravine, then you go. So I'm saying all that to say that by nature, even as a model, I realized that I don't have to be I ain't gonna say that because I am, but I'm a model, but I'm a model for people that's watching all the time, you know what I'm saying? And they're watching. So I'm an educator by nature. So what I have evolved to is I have a program called 3B Fit, and it's Body, Beauty, and Brains. And for me, you could be the best model or whatever, but if your mental and stuff ain't together, you really ain't the best model. You just know how to come, put on the clothes, and go home. Probably, who knows what you do after you leave the set. You know what I'm saying? You could be highly depressed, you could be suicidal or whatever. So it's a program, and it's focused off of meditation, self-reflection, and yoga. And for me, I used to be filled with anxiety and depression, but breathing has helped me tremendously. Like, that's my go-to. Like, if COVID-19 would have hit and I wasn't breathing, y'all wouldn't have invited me to this. Because I mean, you got to know yourself. You got to know what keeps you stable, what keeps you sane or whatever. So in education, I watch that we send the children to GLC, but we don't teach them any coping skills. We send them there for hours to sit, then they send them back to me, but they still act the same way because nobody has taught them how to make decisions. And
rehabilitate them, right?
Nobody. So I focus on what I call the 4 R's, and it's called reframe. So first of all, you're going to have to reframe the way you think. So then you can redirect your thought processes. Then you want to refocus after you redirect your thoughts so that you can focus back on action. But you gotta, we like to compound things on people. Like I'm saying, these students in school, we send them to GLC. What did you really teach them? What did you teach them why they did that? Did you teach them how not to do that again? Just sit here and I'll babysit you. That just progresses and gets worse or whatever. So I evolved to be, like I said, more of a fitness model. And with that, I'm just not a model, I'm a model.
That's right. I love that.
That's good, too.
Come on now, T.
That's good. Y'all doing some things. Regina?
I think for me, I've evolved into business. So I've evolved into learning other things that I like to do when I was a little kid, between the ages of 9 to 13. And I love to do graphics. I love to color. I used to hate when my dad got me that coloring book for my birthday. Coloring book. It was only $2. But you know what? But you know what he bought me is he bought me a future. And even though it was only whatever it was, he knew something that I did not know. And I thank him for that. And so now I'm able to use that creativity, those graphics into what I do now. And so I do a lot of marketing now. I've evolved into business. I've realized that modeling is not just the selfie. It's not just, I have to learn how to brand myself, how to market myself, and how to be that role model. Because I remember being on the bus in elementary, such and such, and looking across the bus aisle at another little girl sad looking out the window, and I'll be like, oh, but she can be so much more happier if I could just give her a hug. I can go over there and just talk to her. And that still is in my body today, which is why when I said business, I do the 360 model boot camp, which is still, yes, we do a lot of model training, but I take that and I pour in the discipline I got from the military, a lot of the leadership I got from the military, and the structure. And I take what they do in fitness and I make it into a boot camp. So here we do photo shoots, here we do makeup, here we do runway, here we do blah, 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 blah. Point is, and then now we're going to work hard. We're going to give you some intensive training. And I know it's not just a one-day thing, which is why the model boot camp is a couple months throughout the year. And then after that, and that's just with my peers, older, younger. And then I have a mentorship that I do. It's actually with a school. It's in 2 schools right now. And I absolutely love it. I think that's my biggest passion. Right now, we actually have the Teen Amps magazine that's about to.
You just posted that.
Oh man, it's gonna be so awesome. Thank you, man. I because that's me giving back to be that role model. Because I realized that God has given me something so dope that nobody else has but Regina. Just like something in you and Tiffany, and something in Shannara, and there's something in Kalina. And I can sit here and I can talk all day, but that is the one way I evolved, was I had to realize what it was that God wanted me to do on this earth besides just be cute. Because I could have been it didn't matter what I looked like, baby. You could have thought I was the frog in the lily pad, but I thought I was the bomb. You see what I'm saying? And I think that what that beauty came from was the confidence eventually, because it wasn't always there. Okay. So that's what I evolved into, was business and saying that this is a business.
Nice.
That's good.
So we so tired.
I know, we so bomb.
I guess for me, starting out doing runway and then, going to print, how I evolved was getting into the motivational speaking. I love it. 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 I love hosting and doing seminars. I love traveling and going to go speak. I'll say this. I honestly love that more than modeling.
Really?
I have turned it into being a confidence coach, and just my whole thing is speaking on being your true self and being okay with being who you are.
Come on,
Living in your reality. We got so much of social media. We got so much of this pulling you this way. You should be this. You should be that. You should be this. And all of that is to take focus off of who you truly are. And we were not designed to be everyone else. We were not designed to be, I'm going to be like Regina. Or that's not everybody. God put.
Come on, Shannara.
Everybody has the ingredients. They are equipped with everything that they need to go forward. Not what someone else need or whatever. You're fine, just the way you are. So the way that I have evolved, I love speaking. I love being a motivational speaker. That's just really my whole thing. Hey, that's why I'm able to. Yes, that's why I'm able to be here next to these people, lovely people. These my sisters. Like I can call them, and if I got any advice or anything or whatever, I can hit them up at any time or whatever with some real stuff. But in that, still be okay with being myself. And then, as you see, it's also evolved into the radio personality. And it's crazy. I love it. What's crazy is like I was goofy growing up and stuff, and always singing, but I was quiet growing up on as far as talking about how I truly felt and keeping things in on how people might have mistreated me or things have been done or whatever, and not being scared to be like, well, I would have did this way, or I got a different mindset of doing. I was quiet on those things. So this is kind of God is tight. He be surprising you. Like, yeah, so he just it's now I'm just speaking, and I just want everybody else to be great and be them, and that's how it has evolved. So hey, I got my logo, and this is for when I go speak and do my seminars here or elsewhere. It's called the Shannara Tour, and I love it. I love speaking, and I just want y'all to be y'all.
You know what? I would love for you to come talk to some of the girls at this.
I
talk to them, and I do a lot of motivational speaking with them, and going from the different schools. But I would love to have some of you. ladies
And
come
I
on the
definitely
show.
do that.
Or not show, but to the schools.
Yes, that's something I definitely do. Lindsay Nolan, she kind of helped me get started with that. She's also another plus size model, great model. She was actually like one of my clients before with the confidence coach thing and things like that, and now she's just involved into this, and I just be like, oh my God, like watching her. But I do that. I go to the schools and speak and have groups with the young girls. But this year when school starts back, I want to be able to at least do 10 schools this time.
You will do 10 schools.
Yes,
Speak that. Speak it.
So, but yes, it started home first, and it start at that age down there, and yeah. So, everybody just evolved. Everybody just
a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So basically, you know what I'm saying, this, and I feel like we can just talk because there's so much that we probably did not say, but I feel like the important things we did hit on. But I do want to say this. I feel like that those that are watching and those that have had questions about wanting to model or becoming a model or anything like that, it can be done.
Yeah.
You have different outlets where you can go here, go there. You have 4 people that are doing 4 different things and still considered a model. So you have outlets, you have sources. Use them. Yes.
Can I add something?
Go
to that?
ahead, please.
Okay, so the fashion industry is so much more than modeling.
Yes.
I've had students that were like, Miss K, I love makeup, but I don't want to model. They love fashion, but they're not so much. You know, you can be a stylist, you can be a director.
Yep.
You can do makeup, you can do hair, you can do consulting, you can dress people. And just that passion.
Yes.
For any young person watching right now, my advice would be to you is to tap into who you are now. Don't be conformed of the world of you have to be this way and you got to wear this and you have to do certain things. If you're quote unquote weird, if you're different, be who you are. Embrace who that person is
the weird
right
you.
now.
Embrace the dude.
I love being people.
Because that's going to be a strength right
That's
there.
exactly.
Right.
And that's what a lot of these people are looking
Your
for.
strength is being you.
Yeah. If you're quirky or you're kind of weird, be who you are. You know, be who you are. Somebody gonna feel you. Somebody's gonna love it. That may be something that you're hiding from the world, but there may be someone that's actually looking for that characteristic in a person, and you're hiding it for what? Because you're afraid of who you're gonna be judged by, or whatever the case may be. But
Or you heard that no, and you need to just
you
keep
got
going.
that no.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to just be who you are. Embrace it. We're all on the panel. We're all our ages range, but one thing that we can all say the same is that you have to embrace who you are, and just take that with you. Like if you like to paint, then paint. If you like to speak let that gift that you have now. We're all, like Shannar said, we have all the tools, we have all the gifts inside of us. So just tap into it now. That's my tidbit.
So do you want to announce?
I do. So we do have a huge announcement. I know everybody's trying to figure out why we wearing red. When we said earlier today, before we even started, we was like, we got on all this red, and we even drinking some red drink. That the reason why we're wearing all this red is because we're actually introducing Integrative Model Association, I Model A, because it's about the unity of the model, right? It's about us coming together, teaching one another. As you can see on this panel, we all have different skills, all have different abilities, and with that said, we use that in association. So everyone will be privy to all the training that we offer here on the table, plus more. And then the membership will actually give you a lot more. We actually have discounts with boutiques and different shops and stuff that a lot of the models feel or want discounts too. So that's another reason why we want to do this. So you have the training, you have the discounts that we have for the different boutiques, and then we'll also offer online viewing. So a lot of the freelance models especially need ways to actually advertise themselves. So the our Model A is actually a bomb integrative model association. Make sure y'all look it up. It's coming soon, so make sure you see these ladies up here. We are the pioneers of this. We are the founding mothers of this.
Founder. That sounds
Okay,
so good.
it's
Come on,
cute.
founding mothers.
It sounds great.
I'm excited.
So in our colors, of course, you named it. It's red. Red.
Well, happens to be my favorite.
And you look good.
I know she
You
does.
look great.
In a yoga suit. Yeah. But yeah, anything y'all want to add? Well, what do you guys think about the association?
I am super excited
Yep.
to work alongside of these beautiful ladies.
Facts.
There's no competition. It's all love.
Facts.
It's all love for the industry, and just the fact that we can sit here and talk so fluently about, it's easy for us. So being able to pour into our youth or just into people that need help. When we started off, there was no guidelines, there was no rule book on how to start. We just kind of jumped out there and went for it. So just being a little older now, a little vet in the game, kind of, sort of, I would love to be able to assist or help models that are looking to take their talents further.
Yep.
Amen.
You got
Think about
something to say?
Oh, okay.
I'm done. I am done. I am done.
Either you know me or you don't. So if you know me, you like, Tiffany is really, really, really nervous, right? So she started acting really extra goofy. But I'm so happy to. I'm happy. I'm happy that Regina thought that much of me to ask me to be part of her idea. It's very much needed, and I'm excited to be able to bring mental health and self-reflection and yoga to models. We don't get mental health in models. They tell you no,
We
you
have the most
ain't cute
ancient
enough, and you just go home and figure it out yourself. So I'm excited about offering that to
y'all.
as an association.
I'm excited. I am so excited. I'm excited to be a part of this team, to be one of the founding mothers. Hey, I'm tell y'all like this. All right.
Okay.
Y'all know how I am. So y'all that'll be coming, you know what I'm saying? I'm very straightforward. And the way of my teachings,
Mask off.
when it comes to that, I do that for a reason. Because when we throw y'all out there, hey, y'all gotta be
represent
ready.
yourself.
Y'all
Yeah.
gotta be ready. So tough love.
I think someone said is it
Jasmine,
like-
she's in Louisiana. Shout out to her. She's a plus size model.
Hey,
Hey.
Is it just local? We will be traveling.
plans.
We got big plans. We will be traveling, but it will be Indiana based.
Start.
But yes, we are. We're always traveling.
Yeah.
Everybody is
Oh, yeah.
literally, especially Tiffany and Kalina, and so yeah, we're always traveling. But yeah, so yes,
Coming to a city near you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Don't sleep.
So that is done with. I feel like we're gonna have to do another show because that was like amazing.
We'll see y'all.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in to Plus Size Talk with Shannar. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every one of my listeners, my supporters. I appreciate all of my guests, my beautiful ladies. I appreciate you, Dominique, because you did your thing once again, honey. No complaints, honey. No nothing. I am good to go. I can appreciate this. What is it called?
Massaro
Massaro.
Jamaican tea.
And where can we get this?
Massaro Jamaican
Where
tea.
Oh, they want to know where they can get it.
Yes.
Okay, so we have this in Saraga International Mart. We have Big Red's liquor stores. It distributed and packaged in Bloomington. So we have supermarkets in Bloomington that carry this, and you can buy it online. You can also get it from myself because I'm trapping to rise and get above poverty at all
Tiffany,
times.
y'all hit her up.
I got it in my trunk too. You know, it's a
Okay.
different price, but after you get it from the store, you know, they
good,
gonna
too.
do what they want to do. But we have a website. It's called Dreamers Delight Co. And you can order from the website as well. So get your Jamaican tea.
It's really, really good.
So yes, y'all got everything I need to know. I will be back not next weekend, next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Y'all know I've changed it. I do my show every other Wednesday. Also, what I also have changed because I had so many people like, well, I be at work. I'll be doing my show every other Wednesdays at 6 p.m. now. So you guys be able to tune in and things like that. So y'all stay tuned for what Kalina has coming up next. Kalina Baskin, for what Regina Warren has coming up next, for what Tiffany
I'm in the
has.
Dust Bowl next, July the 18th. You can get a free service, some free meditation with 3B
Y'all
Fit.
heard it.
From 10:30 to 12:30.
Y'all heard it. Y'all make sure y'all go follow these people.
The Dust
Y'all
Bowl,
follow
July
these
the
lovely
18th.
ladies in red. Follow all of these people. Make sure. Cause
Don't get no
it's
break.
here.
It's
It's here.
here to stay.
What you need. Yeah.
It's only up from here.
Yeah, so y'all have a blessed Wednesday and have a good night
Thank y'all for
and eat your food and no, I'm just playing.
See y'all later.
Bye, you guys.
Princess. See you later.